Hello, kind people. At last, researchers have deciphered an ancient Christian manuscript that sheds new light on one of the Bible's most mysterious and unsettling stories. Ancient Christian manuscript deciphered, explaining one of the Bible's most terrifying episodes. In 2024, researchers working in a Polish library identified two previously unknown texts by St. Augustine, offering new insight into his interpretation of the chilling biblical account of King Saul and the Witch of Endor. These 12th century Latin manuscripts provide a detailed analysis of the episode in which the spirit of the prophet Samuel is summoned from the dead, a passage that has puzzled Christian thinkers for centuries. The discovery has helped scholars better understand the reasoning and rhetorical style of one of the most influential theologians of the Western Church. A friend of mine shared with me this remarkable decoding of the ancient sermons of the great Christian thinker. According to the Old Testament, on the eve of a hopeless battle against the Philistines, King Saul sought out a witch to perform necromancy and summon the spirit of the prophet Samuel in order to learn his future. In the newly discovered sermons, St. Augustine questions whether the medium truly possessed any magical power over the dead. Instead, Augustine argues that Samuel's appearance could only have occurred with God's permission, allowing the prophet to warn Saul of his approaching death, not through the witch's supernatural abilities. The first sermon was delivered during a Sunday service and concludes by raising questions concerning theodicy and the possible interpretations of the event, explains Christian Tornau, professor of Latin at the University of Würzburg. Only in the second sermon, delivered the following Wednesday, are all these possibilities carefully examined and weighed. The scholar adds, to verify the authenticity of the manuscripts, Dr. Tornau, together with Dr. Clemens Waidman, enlisted the help of 20 additional Latin scholars. The researchers concluded that the writing style, humor, and rhetorical method, which encourages listeners to reach their own conclusions, are entirely characteristic of St. Augustine. However, the creation of such a manuscript in the 12th century is considered highly unusual, since copies of Augustine's works were generally produced during the 8th or 9th centuries. An old monastery catalog mentions a text with the same titles and the same sequence of contents as our manuscript, suggesting that it may have served as the exemplar for this copy. Scholars believe that a medieval scribe copied these sermons from a much older manuscript that has since been permanently lost. Unfortunately, this hypothesis can never be conclusively verified because the monastery's original library was completely destroyed by fire during the 30 Years' War, 1688-1648. An ancient Egyptian papyrus and the biblical giants. Another ancient document preserved by the British Museum has recently attracted renewed attention from both researchers and supporters of alternative history. This is the Papyrus Anastasii, an Egyptian text dating to the 13th century BC that contains descriptions of exceptionally tall people and has sparked renewed discussion about certain passages in the Bible. Some researchers suggest that this artifact may indirectly support biblical references to a lost race of giants. The papyrus is a satirical letter written by the scribe Hori to one of his colleagues. In it, he describes the dangerous lands of Canaan and the Shasu tribes, who were believed to inhabit the mountainous regions. The author notes that some members of these peoples reached heights of 5 cubits, approximately 2 to 2.4 meters, 6.5 to nearly 8 feet. Such stature would have been extraordinary during the Bronze Age, making these individuals appear to be genuine giants to their contemporaries. While these discoveries provide valuable insight into ancient texts, it is important to distinguish between established scholarship and speculation. The newly identified sermons of St. Augustine are genuine subjects of academic research and contribute to our understanding of early Christian theology. By contrast, suggestions that the Papyrus Anastasii confirms the existence of biblical giants remain speculative. Although the papyrus mentions unusually tall individuals, it does not constitute direct evidence for a race of giants as described in later biblical traditions.